Bada boom, bada bing. Bitcoin breakout strikes again. In this video, we'll be discussing today's Bitcoin breakout, back-to-back breakout days, as well as some huge Bitcoin news. We'll also be discussing the altcoins rise from the dead. About time, right? All that and more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every day. So be sure to click that subscribe button and click the bell icon to receive notifications of the latest crypto news as soon as it's released. All right, so let's take a look at the hourly chart. You're gonna notice an ascending triangle breakout. We've been in this range and it was just a matter of time. We finally broke out and it's to the high. We touched just about the $10,700 level and we're currently trading at $10,707 at the time of shooting this video. Something to pay attention to is the higher lows, which is definitely a bullish sign. You can see we had a low here at about the $10,000 support level, and then we've been seeing higher lows. We saw a higher low here at about $10,250. Then we saw a higher low here at about $10,400. And then we just had this breakout, which set another higher low to about the $10,700 level. So things are looking very bullish. I would not be surprised if we smash the $11,000 resistance. So this $11,000 level is a critical key resistance, as well as the $11,500 level, which is about right here. I would like to see Bitcoin climb up, surpassing these critical resistance levels, and then eventually hitting 12K, 13, and before you know it, we'll be at new all-time highs for the year. All right, now taking a look at the 4-hour, you'll also notice the same thing. We're seeing higher lows, which is definitely a good sign. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, to where we are now. Bada boom, bada bing. You'll notice there's definitely a trend upwards. Now let's take a look at something very interesting with the exponential moving averages. Always interesting when we see a death cross, especially when it keeps happening. We had one here, followed by a big dump. We had one here, followed by another huge dump all the way to about the $9,500 support level. Then Bitcoin gained some bullish momentum up to yet another death cross, followed by another dump. And then we rise back, and then we had like a triple death cross followed by another dump. And what's so interesting, we have another cross occurring here with potentially 3 of the moving averages. In fact, it could potentially be 4. Right now, that light blue moving average is serving as a critical support level at the $10,400 to $10,500 mark. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another huge breakout. Will it be to the upside or will it be to the downside? I'm leaning more towards the upside, but I also want to point out that I am not a financial advisor and I do not give financial advice. If you're going to trade or get into cryptocurrencies, please do so at your own risk. Bitcoin price bullish wedge forms pointing to $11,000, says Trader. As I pointed out, the Bitcoin price is building upon the key critical $10,000 support. Data from Coin360 revealed Bitcoin challenging $11,000 in morning trading as Monday delivered almost 5% gains. You gotta love it. Markets appear to be reacting to news. Cryptocurrency exchange Binance was planning to release its own version of Facebook's Libra digital currency in what is also a response to China's central bank. While there was no great cause for celebration, analysts were eyeing potential further progress towards $11,000 within a greater context of upper resistance circling $12,000. Maddie Greenspan, a senior market analyst at United Kingdom-based trading platform eToro, identified a bullish wedge for the pair, while noting further upward progress was not guaranteed. Regular analyst Josh Rager, meanwhile, as we covered on yesterday's show, delivered an explanation of Bitcoin's longer-term performance, arguing investors had finished up buying the cheaper coins after cashing out profits at Bitcoin's 2019 highs around 13,800. Josh tweeted, "In my opinion, this seems just like one large reaccumulation happening after large players took profit near 14K. He added he considered it unlikely the Bitcoin price would drop below the high $8,000 range What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And finally, the altcoins rise from the dead. About time, right? Altcoin investors also had something to talk about this week as Bitcoin's gains contributed to a recovery from previous lows. As Cointelegraph reported, markets saw a considerable decline last week, with some altcoins dropping to lows against Bitcoin not seen for years. Ether, the largest altcoin by market cap, gained 8.3% to hit $200 once again. Other tokens in the top 10 followed suit, with Bitcoin Cash, Litecoin, and XRP producing gains of between 6 and 8% on the day. The uptick had a telling effect on the overall cryptocurrency market cap, which on Monday stood at just under $280 billion. Bitcoin's share challenging 69%. That's right. Currently, Bitcoin is at 69% dominance. And if we continue to move up, what's going to be the future of the altcoins? What do you think? Let me know in the comments right down below. Bitcoin price is up more than $1,000 since the BAKKT Future news, which was just released a couple days ago. Many observers, including cryptocurrency analyst and trader Scott Melker, are of the opinion that BAKKT physically delivered futures product will open the floodgates for the institutional money and is a long-term bullish development for Bitcoin. He tweeted, "The BAKKT news is arguably the most bullish event for institutional events in the history of Bitcoin. Physically delivered futures require the holder to either produce the actual Bitcoin or take delivery from the exchange backed by the New York Stock Exchange. We are maturing." And with that said, some observers are warning that an increased institutional volume may not necessarily translate into stronger buying pressure. Nico Z tweeted, "Unpopular opinions. BAKKT Futures launching could mean further BTC suppression and potential price drop. Big money coming in doesn't necessarily translate to buy or sell. Volume is volume. Don't express your bias towards it. Trade smart." Meanwhile, financial analyst and tech journalist Joseph Young tweeted over the weekend that BAKKT launch was priced into the market. So far, the markets have reacted positively to the BAKKT news. If the $1,000 price rise has anything to do with it, personally, I don't feel that is a coincidence. I do feel it does strongly affect the Bitcoin market. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. And in other news, I'm going to share with you some research proving that Bitcoin simply existing positively impacts the monetary policy. Check it out. The argument was put forth in a paper published on August 16 entitled, "How Do Private Digital Currencies Affect Government Policy?" Now let's talk about the 3 positive impacts of crypto simply existing. The analysis notes that as regards the global financial system, the question of cryptocurrencies' influence is not confined to whether or not the majority of the population opts to use them. Rather, the authors argue that cryptocurrencies' very existence has a counterfactual impact in that they function as a check on both fiscal and regulatory policy. And while cryptocurrencies may have not replaced the dollar, they have 3 important positive areas of impact on the existing monetary system, the author notes. First, citizens secure welfare gains from the existence of cryptocurrencies because they offer diversification. Moreover, private digital currencies serve as competition for local investment and thus restrain monetary policy, thereby generating lower inflation. Second, the authors argue that cryptocurrencies encourage local investment and serve as a complement, not as a substitute for that investment. In offering an alternative to local fiat, they discipline monetary policy, again reducing the inflation, leading to higher returns from investments and thus more investment overall. Third, the government itself gains from permitting the use of cryptocurrencies within the local economy, given it extracts revenue through taxation and thus benefits from the higher levels of local investment. Now let's talk about currency crisis and how that affects the Bitcoin market, examining 2 major national fiat currency crises that have erupted since the financial crisis, the Turkish lira and the Argentine peso. The authors further argue that a private digital currency has significant implications for a corrupt emerging market. We define a corrupt emerging market as an economy with high volatility and a government that sets policy based on selfish interests rather than considering the welfare of the citizens. As Cointelegraph previously reported, 20% of the Turkish population was reported to hold cryptocurrencies as of summer 2019. And last week, the peso plunged 30%. We covered this story in the show. And Bitcoin was trading in Argentina at a premium of 4%. So not only do cryptocurrencies influence the system, but macroeconomic factors feed back into the crypto sector. Recently, the head of global fundamental credit strategy at Deutsche Bank, that central bank's dovish policies are positively impacting alternative currencies such as Bitcoin, a view that has been echoed by many. All right, so now let's take a quick look over at Coin360. As you can see, Bitcoin is currently in the green, trading at $10,690 at the time of shooting this video. Currently up 2.21% for the day. Ethereum is in the green, finally above $200 once again, currently trading at $201.12, up 3% for the day. XRP finally in the green again, trading at 28 cents, currently up 0.31% for the day. And good old Litecoin is finally back above $75, currently trading at $77.64, up 0.78% for the day. So what's the future of altcoins? What do you think is going to happen? And what do you think is going to happen with the Bitcoin dominance? Do you think it's going to continue to climb past 70, 80, and potentially 90%? And if that was to happen, how do you think that will affect the price of altcoins? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, now let's take a quick look over at the BitMEX margins. As you can see, the bulls are currently winning with long superiority of over 99 million. And percentage-wise, longs are 51.9% versus shorts at 48.10%. So are you more bullish or bearish towards Bitcoin right now? Let me know in the comments down below. Well, that's it for today's show. I appreciate you tuning in. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and click the bell icon to receive notifications. And as always, keep the comments flowing. I truly enjoy reading them and replying back. And oh yeah, below this video in the description, I've included some incredible resources for you to tap into to take your crypto game to the next level, including access to my private crypto Facebook group with currently about 20,000 members like-minded just like you and I, as well as a private Telegram chat that you can plug into and mastermind. I would love to see you there. And as always, I'll see you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.